W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. I'll go ahead and go first.
No.
I'll go ahead and take care of it.
No, I got it. You know what? Yeah, go ahead, because I know one of the things that you were wanting to get to in terms of playing was my man's Joey Badass, right? I know that was probably in there on the list. Of
Why is this happening? Why is everybody giving away my W's and L's?
I'm actually giving him a dub because the bars was ass, right? The video was trash. However, I like the spirit.
What is this? No,
I love the energy.
We're not doing this.
I love it.
We're not doing this.
I love the heart of it all, right?
Yes.
Like the calling himself the king of New York, the shooting the shots at Kendrick, shooting the shots at the West. I love the competition of it. It's unapologetic. It's within his lane. Did I think it was a hit? Nah. Do I think anybody gonna be playing this anywhere? Nah. Do I even think it's gonna get a response? It may get a response, but it ain't gonna be what he want. It's gonna be one of those big brother, little brother moments. It's gonna be like one of them sit down and be quiet for a second before I really fuck you up kind of situations. But it won't be anything like we just seen with Kendrick and Drake. However, I just like the energy. I like that somebody out of New York is standing up for New York. I like that somebody's attempting to stand up for New York sound, for New York spot in the culture. It's been a long time since somebody out of that area was running things, so
it's going to continue.
I mean, it's going to continue, but it's nice to see somebody, scrapping. It's good to see.
All right. So, first of all, this isn't Joey's first time dissing Kendrick. He dissed him after the Control verse.
Oh, I know nobody paid attention to that.
And I mean, that's because all the hysteria.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know nobody was paying attention to that.
But he came at him for, obviously the things that he said in the Control verse. And so in this point, he obviously says things like, it's clear who the heir apparent king of New York, nigga. He says something about too much West Coast dick licking, which is a reference to Jay-Z saying the same thing. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that he's very clearly going at Kendrick and saying that, like, oh, you think you got it, but, like, come see me.
Brother, I mean, again, I respect the energy. I love the energy. Love it. New York. That's the king of New York? Because, I mean, he the only one stepping up claiming it. Shit. Who the king of New York?
If we're going bar for bar, if we're just going at bar level, like if we're just talking about bars, I think he's a formidable opponent. But after seeing
a formidable opponent to who?
To Kendrick.
No.
But after seeing the totality of how Kendrick can battle somebody, no, I don't think he has a chance.
Man, we not in the same. Like, them niggas might go to the same school, but he's taking graduate classes and this nigga's still taking electives.
But I think that speaks to the everything Kendrick's going to do in a battle against you.
Yeah, we're not lyrically, we not in the same realm. Delivery, flow, content, we're not even in the same. Nah. Again, I am big upping the energy. I'm not big upping the product.
Right.
Yeah.
I think first of all, this is probably not going to get Kendrick to respond.
No, I mean,
it's going to need to be something harder than this.
He might get something light.
It'd be something light.
I mean, the man responded to Andrew Schultz, so it don't take a lot for him to catch you with something.
But I think if he came hard enough, and I think he can, he'd be arguably like close to a J. Cole versus Kendrick. Not the same, because even J. Cole is better than Joey Badass. But
yikes.
It'd be on that.
Yeah, shout out to Joey. Giving out a dub again to the home squad. You already know the Michigan State Wolverines. Put that whooping on the Tide. The only thing that the Tide fears more than a loss is Michigan with the Tampax on New Year's Day.
Yikes.
Came up, sopped that wet Tide all up.
Don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
And the Wolverines.
Well.
And the Wolverines.
I don't care about the Wolverines.
And the Wolverines. No, man, it was good dub. Good bowl game. Shout out to the squad. Good watch. Glad we beat the SEC team. Again, whooping them boys in the bowl season is always nice. Hey, all around good close to the year. 3 straight wins. Can't ask for anything more.
Yeah. Is Joey even the king of his block in Brooklyn? Is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Joey Badass peaked on power, sir. He's unique.
Yeah, he did peak as an actor. I feel like he should keep keep working that lane.
I feel
He's a
like
pretty
if
good actor.
if he comes with the energy of unique, he can start talking to Kendrick.
He's a fair. Anyways, okay. All right. So that's my dubs. I am going to. Let's talk about Doechii.
Yes.
Let's talk about Doechii.
Amazing artist.
Great artist. I think she's really good. I think she is popping at the right time in terms of female rap.
Mm-hmm.
She is a breath of fresh air in terms of authenticity,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of
Performance.
performing. Yeah, she's a great
Tiny Desk
performer.
performance is great.
She's attractive enough, obviously, to get men interested, so they'll keep watching.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not overtly sexual enough that like that's the only thing she has to offer.
Yes.
Like she's clearly offering something else other than the sexual nature, but she still got it though. Right? She is that total package that guys look at. Right? She's pretty good, and then also she's got some real life like scars, some controversy that I think helps her relate to people. And I don't remember who it was. Somebody mentioned it to me that they didn't like the fact that she was she talked about her drug use.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of walked that path a little bit and listened to the song where they was talking about it, where she was talking about it. I think she say something like I like. So, I don't know. I don't even remember what the fucking line was, but it was something about doing coke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so obviously she's young, right? She's younger than us,
Yes.
and I think that it's hard to make young people responsible for people that are younger than them. To make people who are naturally irresponsible or meant to be irresponsible at that point in their life be responsible for their image.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, you're not raising my kids.
Right.
I'm raising my kids. You know, and no matter what you do in public, no matter how popular you are, it's up to me to kind of curb that.
Yeah.
At the same time, people are impressionable, and it's unrealistic to think that everything your child learns is going to be from you.
Mm-hmm.
She's also, again, the more you dig into that, it's not like she's an active user. Like part of her story as an artist is being in recovery. She's sober now.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't shy away from the fact that she's an addict as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. In a perfect universe, your most popular figures in your community are good examples and they lead the community. That's scenario A, if you can get it. I think the much more human realization is that these people are human, that they're individuals, and that they have flaws, and that people are going to have peaks and valleys in their personalities, and it's up to you to decide whether or not that person is worth following or not. Being impressionable, I don't think is, even as a child, right? Because you follow a lot of people as a child, and then you realize as an adult, eventually, you should leave childish things behind eventually. If you follow somebody for the sake of being a young, impressionable kid, I don't think you have that excuse at 35.
Right. I think to double down on what you said about people utilizing, things like their troubled past.
Mm-hmm.
To double down, I think the ones who are able to utilize that in some way to be vulnerable in their music enough to relay their troubled past in a creative output like their music. A lot of those people are probably some of the best artists that we have out right now.
For sure. I was just
talking The Weeknd with his drug issues, or obviously Doechii.
And it's not always just drugs. It could be it could be alcohol. It could be infidelity. I was talking to Tia today about Confessions.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is the greatest R&B album of our generation because that man was willing to be honest about how he fucked up, about how he fucked around, and he found out. Right, every nitty gritty detail from the time he went out and found that bad girl to Confessions Part 1, to Confessions Part 2, to Let It Burn. Walked us all the way through the grief process. From the minute he stepped out and fucked with old girl, to the minute he had to break it down and tell Chili, all the way through the apology and the begging to get her back, all the way to the phase of learning that you ain't never coming back and you need to let that shit go. That man unleashed all of that, honestly.
Yeah.
Transparently.
Yeah.
And gave us one of the best R&B albums of all time.
There's something in channeling your past discretions or your insecurities even into vulnerability and into making very open but obviously very honest music.
Yeah, I want to see her running around here talking about doing coke and popping pills and all this other shit? No, not necessarily. But if that's her reality, if that's what was real to her at whenever she made that song, or if it was just her experience in life, period, I don't know, for fear of my child hearing it, I can't make her not say it,
I think at some point your child should hear it. They should be over 17 before they get to listen to it.
Sure.
Because then they can understand what, all that is in a creative outlet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Sure. Shout out to Doechii. All right, let's get on to the L list. First L I got is going out to Florida State head coach Leonard Hamilton, who is being sued.
Basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Being sued for $1.5 million for, I think it's 6 former players over unpaid NIL payments.
Oh, I did see that. Yep.
$1.5 million for NIL promises not met.
That seems to be a growing issue.
Well, when we're doing backroom deals, promising guys millions of dollars that you never plan to actually pay them, and then they come looking for that money, that's where we end up.
Yeah.
This is how these things kind of play out. And there's no ironclad contracts behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, other than Joey, who are the current spitters in New York? All I can think of is Dave East and Scarlett.
Scarlett is good. Dave East is good too, but there's got to be another answer to that.
No love for Harlem. No love for ASAP. Damn,
I think ASAP is
left ASAP out the conversation.
They're a generation. Well, no, they're with the Joey Badass. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Y'all ain't gonna talk about Ice Spice?
Absolutely not. She's already getting outdone by her successor.
You mad at you thinking I'm poopy? You mad because you thinking the shit?
What's the new girl's name?
I'm diarrhea. Rah.
I feel like if I Google search new Ice Spice, it's going to tell me.
Not new Ice Spice.
There's a new Ice Spice.
Let's not do that.
What is that girl's name?
Mid-East and Scarlett ain't getting it done. Damn, Mid-East is crazy. I still remember niggas trying to hype up Dave East when I was in high school. Like, oh yeah, no man, you gotta listen to Dave East, It just never took off for me.
He's good. He's just it never took off for him, like you said.
It just never took off for me.
Doppelganger. What's her name?
What's whose name?
The new Ice Spice. There's an artist, a girl who's basically new Ice Spice. It sounds like Ice Spice.
Like what she looked like, the alien Ice Spice now, or the Ice Spice that came out, the one that looked like a human being?
She kind of looks more like the old one, but she's not as thick. I don't remember her name.
I don't think it's as necessary.
It's not.
I don't think it's necessary.
Because I can't find it.
Where I lead off? Leonard Hamilton? Yeah, man, pay them boys their money, Leonard.
Facts.
Let's talk about Meta and the AI.
Meta World Peace?
No. Oh. The company, Meta.
Oh.
The AI accounts that they plan to roll out in the new year.
That they plan to roll out?
Mm-hmm.
This is a part of business that they're doing?
Let's read about it.
That's kind of insane.
Let's read about it. So y'all know social media is halfway fake anyways. It's hard.
That's true.
Fake accounts, but now it's so fake that they're telling you that they're going to create fake accounts. So Meta confirms that they plan to add tons of AI-generated users to Instagram and Facebook. They will have bios, profile pics, and can share content. So making them virtually unable to identify from a real person. So let me get this straight. Facebook and Instagram are both free usage social media apps that make money off of ad revenue.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of ad revenue that they receive is relative to the amount of traffic that they can provide for whatever ad provider it is, right? So if I falsely inflate the number of buyers on my app at any given time with fake accounts, how valuable is my advertising space?
It's not very valuable at all. You're
Like-
literally devaluing it.
What? This is the problem with advertising on Twitter now, is because most of the interactions on Twitter are either fake or involved with a fake account. They believe it to be upwards of 60% when Elon Musk bought it. So now you're going to introduce that type of volatility into Instagram. That's why I never argue. I'm not arguing with nobody on Twitter no more, ever again. I would never argue with an individual I don't know personally on Twitter ever again. But now you're going to introduce that to social media across the board in America. I think increasingly that space is becoming more and more fake. I think when it was at its inception, when it was at its beginning, when we were just getting into MySpace and eBay and Hotmail and all that other stuff, Instant Messenger, it was a new space for for humans to connect over large distances. I think companies and corporations do what they do, and they filled those gaps in with bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's eventually going to collapse the entire thing.
Yeah.
People are going to stop investing in it because they're going to realize how useless it actually is. They're already trying to strip the amount of information you're able to get out of it. Half the reason for TikTok. The other way is data. Other half is data privacy. I don't want to get into the TikTok debate again, but half of that is striking people's access to certain information and certain conflicts that are happening around the world.
Yeah.
It's the way social media is headed now. The people who are in charge of it, the people that are running it, the Musks, the Zuckerbergs of the world, they are not the stewards of free speech that they claim to be.
Of course.
Matter of fact, your boy Elon Musk is trying to implement a negativity guideline or threshold for Twitter.
Whose boy?
Like you get knocked for negative tweeting on Twitter is a thing he's proposing.
That's stupid.
Nick, the only reason why people talk on Twitter is to be negative. Let's be honest.
Literally, it's a negative cesspool.
The fake accounts that you're creating are being negative. They're the ones pushing the negativity. Anywho, yeah, that's Instagram and Facebook for you. So
Disgusting.
be on the lookout. D Wade, sports radio show, talking about the Lakers, the prospects of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Talks about how they're not serious, they're not a competitive team.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy that we keep doing this year in, year out, and LeBron's still on the squad. It's everyone's fault except for LeBron. Anyways, Dwyane's expert analysis in basketball is for the Lakers to basically mail it in and to start developing Bronny. We want to see Bronny in the lineup now.
Oh my God, that's great advice.
I wish Dwyane Wade mini stubbed toes and a trip down the stairs. Not a bunch of stairs. I don't want him critically hurt or anything like that. Just enough for him to have to walk with a limp for a few days.
That is insanely good advice.
Just like walking with a hobble for a few days because you tripped down the last step or some shit like that. Because shut up. Nobody wants to see that. No one is asking for that. We want the man to play in away games in the fucking G League, not get called up to the NBA. Like, how embarrassing are y'all going to actually make this shit? It wasn't enough that you got the man drafted. It wasn't enough that you told other NBA teams to stay away from him as if they were going to pop out of the woodwork and draft his ass anyways. It's not enough that you got him on a guaranteed deal. It's not enough that he has a two-way contract where he's playing with the Lakers and the G League. It's not enough that he doesn't have to get on commercial flights to play for away games. But now Uncle D Wade is on the ESPN airwaves calling for the Lakers to play Bronny James because they're not a competitive team. I wish the NBA the lowest ratings of their career this season.
Damn.
I hope that the Lakers find a trade partner for LeBron in this whole clutch management thing that's happening right now, where entertainment value is more important than basketball on the court.
Yeah.
I'm through with it all. Done with it all.
Two things. One, I don't want that trade partner to be the Cavs. I don't want anything messing up what they got going on right now. And two, the irony in the fact that he wants to develop Bronny and not the first round draft pick that they took.
Yeah, not Dalton Ketch. Now we want to see more Dalton Ketch. Now we want to see more Max Christie, who just had 28 points the other night. No,
Austin Reeves.
No, I want to see Bronny. I want to see Bronny. I want to see 2.5 points a night. That's what I want to see.
Rella G's, that's what it is.
Poor Ice Spice that melted. That's crazy.
Rella G's, that's exactly what I was talking about. She's trying to look like Ice Spice and made a song like hers.
Fatal J, what's up, fellas? Why Sam Wilson don't have a love interest like other Marvel heroes and solo movies? Because they don't respect that man. I did hear, though, that they were trying to introduce a love interest in this movie, and it didn't go well in the screening, so.
Didn't that? Yeah, that was like one of the first scoops.
Yeah, it didn't go well in the screenings is one of the first things that they cut. Now, imagine this. A guy who's been in the MCU for, I don't know, going on 10 years now. At least 10 years, right? 2015? At least 10 years he's been in the MCU. And we're trying to introduce his long-lost love interest in his first solo film in 2025. In February of 2025. We're trying to introduce her. Not we're bringing her back. This isn't Jane Foster. It's not Betty Ross. Now we're going to be doing in his movie. They're bringing back Bruce Wayne's love interest in this movie. And that man don't even have a love interest. You finding a way to rekindle old superheroes' love interest from a begotten form of Hulk. That was Ed Norton's Hulk.
Yeah.
But you bringing back love interest from that movie before you give Sam anything to feel on. The disrespect. And then you wonder why people don't respect him as Captain America. Because you don't treat him like Captain America. You treat him like Captain Replacement.
Captain Falcon.
Captain Quota.
Yo.
Captain Token.
Captain DEI.
Nah, I was trying to avoid that.
I know you were. Fatal J, thank you for reminding me of the new Redman album. I did actually want to listen to that.
Mr. Late, what up? Blue, what's going on, dog?
What up, Blue? Ed Norton was the best Hulk. Yeah, that's fact.
Dalton catches the truth. He is. Boy, nice. Carol was supposed to be his love interest. Carol Danvers? Make it out. We wasn't doing that.
Get out, it's crazy.
We ain't doing that. We ain't even about to play around with that. Anthony Mackie and Brie Larson in a love interest. He
said he meant Misty Knight.
Misty Knight, yes. Misty Knight is supposed to be. But
they casted her.
I do think that, what's the name? I thought that Carol Danvers and Sam Wilson did have a thing. Oh, no, that was War Machine.
That was War Machine.
That was War Machine that had the thing with Carol Danvers.
Yep.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen. Don Cheadle
and Brie Larson is crazy.
Yo.
I'm here for it.
Don is looking at me from his 60-year-old mantle, and he's like, well, what you mean? What you talking about?
Don leans over for a kiss, and then Brie Larson looks at him
Felix,
like, damn.
Like yeah, because you know I'm 56. Damn.
I'm giving an L to this trend that I'm noticing. Or not trend that I'm noticing. This trend that's been happening for a while, actually, and we just never talked about it. This slight trend of black women and getting in these relationships with these white billionaires, right? It's been happening for a while. Serena, Eve.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a picture.
Yo, did you see Eve's holiday pictures? Looks nuts in there. It looks like somebody needs to go rescue her.
Yes.
Now.
It looks real get out-ish.
For we never see Eve again.
I've noticed it. This is something that I've noticed. Like the trend of them dating white billionaires.
Like, damn, couldn't none of your family come to the fucking function?
Nobody.
Your family wasn't allowed at the damn function?
Not one black person was there.
Jesus Christ.
It looked real nuts. I was like, my God. Get her some help. The picture screaming, help me, nigga. That was crazy.
Also her choice, right?
It is her choice.
Also her choice.
But I just feel like, is she distancing herself from her family? Or maybe it's possible that they could have seen the family before and this is just the family.
There,
is.
maybe like they do in multiple Christmas things.
And so I have
they
to
do
be,
that.
I have to be aware that like maybe I should mind my own business in this situation, which is something we say on the pod. But at the same time, I just think that that picture looked crazy, and I'm looking for the answers. I guess is all. I don't know.
Eve, how you do that?
Yeah, like
Eve,
none of that
how you
Eve is
do
still
that?
in there
Eve,
anywhere at all.
How you do that? I don't even know how that girl ends up with that man, but go figure.
You know?
Go figure.
So I don't know how many of you are aware of this trend it's probably on TikTok. I've seen it a lot on Instagram Reels, mostly because there's a sneaker reseller store here in Columbus by the name of Heat Archive that has gotten really huge off of this same content that they're creating. So basically, a person comes into the sneaker reselling store and they drop off some shoes. The person who's behind the sale place, this reseller, looks at the shoes and decides whether or not they're fake, whether or not they have too many in stock, whatever it is, and then they offer them. It's real Pawn Stars-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of TikToks and Instagram Reels have gotten viral off of that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so one store, it's not that same store in Columbus, Heat Archive, it's a different store, went viral off of one that they did. A white man shows up and he has a pair of Travis Scotts. I think it was Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
And collaborations with Nike can fetch usually a good value because they're just so popular. They're limited editions usually and things like that. And so he comes in, brings these to the reseller, and he says, yeah, these are my sons. I just came in here to kind of see what they're worth and see what I can get for them. The shoe reseller owner, black guy, looks at them and he's kind of gauging the guy. He's kind of just like, yeah, these I don't really know what these are. They look kind of, I don't know. I don't really like these. You like these? The white guy, he's an older white guy. He says, yeah, no, these are not my kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, yeah, these are kind of ugly. I don't know what I can really do with them. I'll give you $100. These shoes are worth $2,000 at least.
$2,000.
And he says, yeah.
What kind of shoes are they?
They're Travis Scott collaboration. They're Jordans.
Travis Scott.
I think they're Jordan 1s. They're either Jordan 1s or they're SBs.
He said, I'll give you $100.
He said,
the reseller guy said, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
the reseller looked at him
off.
and was like, yeah, these are kind of ugly. There's not really much I can do with these because he knows that the white guy doesn't know anything about these Travis Scott collaborations.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's like, yeah, I mean, and then he looked at the box and was like, yeah, retail here says $165. And so I guess I can really only give you $100. The guy obviously not doing his research before he came into the store at what they'd be worth when resold.
He took it for $100?
He was like, all right, $100, yeah, we need to get rid of these. That's cool.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I'll be fair. I don't trust anything online anymore. That could have been a paid actor and they just made this whole thing up. The point is, if you go into a situation like that and you're trying to resell some shoes or resell anything really, do a quick eBay search and just see what the value of your item is before you sell it.
For yeah.
Just check it, because that would have been the difference of him getting an additional $1,000 at least. I don't know how real the video was, but I'm a huge sneaker guy.
Appreciate it, Steve.
But yeah, no, that's my W's and L's.
Dr. Umar been telling y'all about the interracial relationships. It's about the one thing that you can trust Dr. Umar on to judge accurately.
Yeah. I mean, in this case, it just looks crazy. That picture just didn't look crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, that's a fact. It's a very Get Out-ish. But we'll see. I don't think she's going to even explain it, but I feel like if she did explain it,
it was there to explain. That's her family now. That's her family.
None of your family is there?
Fam, that's her family now.
That is concerning.
Before they showed up, was anybody in her family a millionaire?
No.
Okay, then that's her family now.
That's concerning.
Not to her.
Like your own mama couldn't be there, or
we all know she could have been in the back.
Brothers, sisters, but conveniently,
she could have
been
while
in
the
picture
back.
Was being taken.
Hey man,
somebody walked up to her and said, "Hey, mammy, can you go get the sweet potatoes from the kitchen? We're gonna take a picture real quick."
Hey, yo, mammy is crazy.
Somebody said something to her and got her out of the room for the picture. I don't know how y'all feel about this. I don't know how you feel about this, but Chillmonger's been telling me that we should do. He said it on the post for 2025 that we should put out Twitter posts and get other people's W's and L's before the stream.
I think we were doing it at one point in time.
I think we were too. I don't know where we were doing it. I can't remember now, but he also gave some W's and L's too. I think he sent me one through DM.
While he's looking that up, we always encourage people to drop their W's and L's in the comment section. If we don't get it on the live stream, then we would definitely, circle back and review the good ones on, the following stream for sure.
Yes, for
Help
sure.
us with the engagement. Drop them dubs and likes in the comments.
Wrestling dub to Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks. This is from the Tokyo. This is from the Tokyo Dome last night. Fun fact: she's cousins with Snoop Dogg and Ray J because everybody is cousins with Snoop Dogg and Ray J.
Who knew the Norwoods and Snoop Dogg was related? I didn't.
Everybody is related to Snoop Dogg and Ray J.
Yeah, apparently.
Not everybody's related to Brandy, but everybody's related to Ray J.
And Samuel L. Jackson is related to the Jacksons.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Told off Vince McMahon, left WWE to be the highest paid woman in wrestling, holds 4 championships from 3 continents, and she tornado DDT'd Boba Fett.
That's dope. Yeah, she did tornado DDT Boba Fett, which was embarrassing. But
yikes.
We won't bring that back up.
No, we won't. Yeah, so that was his dub. I feel like he sent another one. I can't find it anywhere, though. Anyway, this is what Black Bridgerton fans always wanted. If Ice Cube does a...
That is what they want.
That is what they want. If Ice Cube does a Barbershop 4, Eve will be nowhere to be found. That's a fact. Well, they did Barbershop 3, and she wasn't in it.
She wasn't.
Nicki Minaj was in it.
She said, Cube, listen, I love you, man. I just, I don't do things like that anymore. Since me and Brian got married, I've really been trying to clear up my image.
Yikes.
I don't even know if her husband's name is Brian. He looks like a Brian, though.
Dubbed the Christmas Ale, by the way. I didn't think about Christmas Ale once this holiday. I think it's because no snow hit the ground.
There's literally snow outside right now.
There is now, but it didn't hit it when the holidays were
Christmas? It snowed a week before Christmas.
But it wasn't on the ground during Christmas.
Okay. Excuses.
I did want to talk about this on the Pantheon stream, but what are your thoughts on these YouTubers reacting to black films? Seems to be the trend at the moment.
It is a thing. And they're creating, they're almost carving out a genre of, reviewable films for non-black content. It's like hey, look, we're obviously uncultured. Let's go watch black films and review them together. We'll expand on that one in the Pantheon, Darius. That's it for me, man. Give us your guys' thoughts on today's Dubs and L's. Give us your Dubs and L's, again, in the comment prompt. Put them in the prompt below. Again, we are here every Sunday doing Dubs and L's behind the cape segments. We'll have different clips and stuff posted throughout the week. Make sure you meet up here with us next Sunday. Do it all again.
Absolutely. Make sure you check out our W's and L's playlist where we talk about things from previous weeks who we talked about before. And also make sure you subscribe. Like you said, we like to do this every Wednesday at 10. And don't ask us about our research. Can't research Jello Ball, you feel me? Play it. Play it.
Can't research Jello Ball. Okay. I'm out of here.
I'ma swerve on the corner, woo, woo. Peace out, y'all.
This shit off.
Bro, you a hater.